Well, folks, it's official now. The Miami Dolphins are a bad NFL team. The Dolphins are 2-7 after losing 28-6 to the Baltimore Ravens in a game where it was clear the team was not prepared to play and executed poorly. Joining me to talk about Miami's Thursday night embarrassment is Isaiah Smalls, Miami Herald Dolphins writer. Isaiah, I need you to tell me something positive that happened Thursday night.
They scored 6 points. Like they didn't get blanked. It could be worse.
True.
But
Okay.
I just gotta. I'm gonna start with this. Like you see these bags under my eyes.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
isn't just because I'm tired. This is because I'm tired of watching this football team suck. Right? Like,
Dolphins are
and let me.
slowly killing you. You just don't realize it yet.
What bothers me, right, is that it's week 9 and we're still having the conversation about execution, about operation, about whether or not they're prepared. And it's just like these aren't conversations you have about good football teams. And I want to correct something you said earlier. You said it's official now that they're bad. They were bad the minute that they lost to the Carolina Panthers. They were worse when they got blown out by the Browns, right? Last week, I just think maybe Kirk Cousins just shouldn't be in the NFL anymore, right? Like let's just that might be that, right? They had
Hold
a
on, but the
very
execution was good. That had nothing to do with Kirk Cousins. Execution on offense was good. It was the first time they'd really gotten their act together. But then you have a Thursday night game where you do not practice and you return to playing sloppy football.
it's I don't know like what the solution is because like look, and to me it's how they kill themselves consistently, right? It's Todd Washington who's never had an NFL catch probably shouldn't have been in the game last night because I don't know why you put him in because of Jalen Wright instead of Jalen Wright. He fumbles, gets stripped, right? It just not he gets stripped. He gets stripped like on the 18-yard line. They pick it up, they run, and then it's. I was surprised that they didn't let up the defense didn't let up the touchdown earlier. Like I was impressed. Like that's at the point where I'm like, okay, like this team is actually like performing well. Like I'm against the run again. I thought they might have figured something out. Like if you in the first half,
In the
I'm
first
pretty
half.
sure in the first half, if you take away Derrick Henry, he had like a 14-yard run. I'm pretty sure he was like 8 carries for like 16 yards or something like that in the first half.
Cool.
So I'm
cool.
like,
That's cool.
I'm
But
like,
you know,
okay.
Derrick Henry does wear you down until he gets to the third and the fourth, and then he does his damage.
I hear you, but they had stopped him for most of the game, right? And then you get down
Still ran for
here to
119 yards on 19
oh
carries.
no. Oh no, of course. You get down to the red zone, you miss a field goal. All right, well that sucks, but like it's a chip shot. But
Hold on, you
all
you
right, we'll get
skipped
it
the
back.
fourth and one penalty that
Oh yes,
for the first drive.
yeah. I apologize.
Then you
Fourth,
missed the field
you
goal.
miss a field goal. Then you run a goal line fade to Devon Achane. Like the fact that was even within the route concept kind of bothered me. Like, and I get it. Like he is
Which one are you talking about? The fade?
the fade. And I see and like
That wasn't
look,
for him.
that wasn't for him. You're right.
Okay,
But,
here's my thing. Because this is what I left the game fascinated by. Okay, so if it wasn't for him, because who the hell is throwing a fade to Devon Achane?
I
Like
agree.
covered by Kyle Hamilton. That was the dumbest play I've ever seen ever in my life.
I agree.
But so Tua only looks to his right on that play.
Mm-hmm.
That means his primary's to the right. You know who are on the right?
I saw Greg Dulcich and Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, and I saw Dulcich ran a hitch, right, and then Westbrook-Ikhine ran an out, which obviously means someone ran the wrong route, right? Someone ran the wrong route, right?
Okay, and so if there's a fade in the back, so you're supposed to get coverage over there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't. Who is supposed like? But here's my point. Here's my point, Isaiah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDaniel was so convicted by this play that they didn't run in practice because they didn't practice at all. They only ran walkthroughs. Mm-hmm. So Tua clearly doesn't have timing. Who the hell do you think Tua is going to throw to? Nick Westbrook-Ikhine or Greg Dulcich, who's been on the roster for 2 weeks? Who?
I mean, I hear you. I hear you. But why are we okay? Then the question becomes, why is the route? Why are we running a play that it's either those are the options, right? Shouldn't you run a play where maybe Jalen Waddle, you know what I'm saying, could
But
get
then that
the
would
catch,
require
right?
Jalen Waddle to flip sides, and he doesn't flip sides, and they were blitzing from the right. Maybe
Which to
Maybe
me,
Tua saw the
you
blitz
throw
on the
towards the
right. Hold
blitz.
on. Maybe
You
Tua
throw
saw the
towards the
blitz
blitz.
on the left. Maybe Tua saw the blitz on the left, so he knew maybe Waddle was the primary, and the blitz on the left prevented him from going to that.
Aren't you supposed to throw towards the blitz? Like if the blitz is coming at you, that means they're vacating space on that side.
Not if he's running the
That's
slant
fair.
and you got and
Yeah,
a linebackers in your hole, which is what they're
I
going
hear
to
you.
do to Tua.
I hear you. I hear you.
But Tua doesn't even look left. He only looks.
But remember,
right.
I understand this, and I get that. Mike McDaniel said, like, look, like he probably wasn't the guy to be throwing the ball to. But then why did Tua say, when asked about that specific play, he said, I have to get the ball, give HN a better ball. It doesn't matter.
When you're a quarterback, your job is to fall on the sword at all times.
I understand that, and I feel like
and when he does it, then he's
yes, I get it. I understand that, but there has to be some happy medium, right? Like there has to be some way that you can still say, look, like obviously, better ball, but at the same time, I just think that we could have, I don't know. I'm not the franchise quarterback getting paid.
He's honest. And he gets penalized anytime he's honest. Like crowd noise was a factor on their penalty. People are stoning him to death. Like that crowd was loud for the Ravens.
That crowd was loud. Yeah, when I was walking in, I was like, "Ooh, there's a lot of purple and black out here." This is
I've been covering the Dolphins for 18 years, and that's the first time I've ever heard a quarterback, not just Tua, booed at his introduction. Nobody else got booed. Tua got booed, and I was like, "What?" Like, but that's like, this is where we are as a franchise. It is what it is. Everything is Tua's fault. We gonna. That's just a consistent answer. We just gonna move on from there. But the concept of that route just doesn't make any sense. So
I agree.
Either why would you be throwing to Dulwich? Mm-hmm. And Tua don't trust Nick Westbrook-Ikhine.
I agree.
You absolutely know. So a fade, like if Westbrook-Ikhine was running the fade, maybe the play would make sense.
Maybe, yeah.
But and Chan is running out, like, huh? Like,
but then why are we running an out towards a hitch? Like again, like that doesn't make sense. I'm just confused at the play call, and maybe and I guess it's something to go in the locker room, but that'll be like more than like almost a week removed from the game. But I still want to know.
I've moved on. I wrote a column about it. I'm like, this is the dumbest crap I've ever seen. But I tweeted this out, and I truly did mean this, and I stand on this. And you understood from the question I asked Mike. Literally, homeboy, you ran out of plays. Like you ain't had nothing left by the time. All you had at the end of the game was your 4 receivers because you couldn't run. So the situations of the game, you couldn't run, so you ran out of your running plays. You had your best package is your jumbo package because God knows you generally can't protect your quarterback unless there's 6 offensive linemen in the backfield or an extra blocker in the backfield. That's just what it is. Your second best package is your 2 tight end package. You lose Ollie Gordon early in the game to an injury. You were 100% correct. We were debating this before the game, and it was like, and I said, because I really do believe Taj Washington should play because he's the only guy that can do some of the things that Tariq does. But when you play a young player and they make mistakes, that's what you get.
And you saw he yanked him after that. He did not. I don't think he's.
Yeah. I mean, I promise you, he had like 6 plays in the playbook. Because why are we running that play that early? And Mike was like, "Yeah, he not ready. Pull it back." And then your tight end situation is laughably bad. Like Dulwich, even though he's been there all season, Does he know the plays?
Mhm.
Clearly not. You know, Tua don't trust Nick Westbrook-Akine. That's just a given. Like, and how many passes can you throw to Devon Achane? Like, and
No,
this is
I agree.
not an excuse for Tua because Tua played bad. Like, Tua's job is to score in the touchdowns in the red zone, and he generally does that. They didn't score touchdowns in the red zone this game, but goodness gracious, like, what the hell do they have to work with offensively?
I mean, nothing. And it's what bothers me, right, is I would love to see Jalen Waddle's route tree because to me it looks like the same thing. It's only a post or a slant.
Mm-hmm. Or
and it's just like or go. And it's like, okay, and that's how guys are able to sit on these
or the
routes
drag.
and get these
I mean, where are the crossing routes?
I was about to say, where's the creativity? Like, what I really love the play that the Ravens want to get Mark Andrews' second touchdown. That looked to me to be a mesh concept. They caught him in man, and when and then when Mink and Dante Cheddar ran into each other, he just found the open space, which just so happened to be the end zone, and it was just like, yo, like. Where's that simple play calling?
That play was no. They don't run crossing routes. It always bothered me that they don't run enough crossing routes and they don't run enough drags. That play was going to either. That play was going to either of the crossers. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Or Lamar's going to take off, but I could tell Lamar could not run.
Yeah. No. He was. I was waiting for some fireworks from that perspective, and I didn't see any. Obviously he picked up that first down, but yeah, you could see like he's still a little hobbled.
Yeah.
For sure.
But we are where we are with this Dolphins team. They are 2-7 heading into this kind of mini bye. That's what a Thursday night game is. They talk about the team's got to come back focused and committed and blah, blah, blah. And Mike says they're going to play the Buffalo Bills. So obviously, Buffalo's beaten them a number of times. That's who you look at your division rival, but they don't look at your division
They don't
rival.
look at you. That's little brother.
They look at you like little brother. Like,
I'm curious though. Mike said something that's about that, and you're alluding to it. Like, this, we don't need to, they understand that this is how important this game is. And I'm like, do they? Because look, like, I'm not going to say that they're going to go out and lay a dud, right? But it's at 2-7, you're facing a team that has habitually kicked your ass. Habitually, right? Habitually. Like it's their second job, right? I'm wondering just what the motivation would be. Like, to shock the world, okay, but then what? Right?
Yeah.
Because then you're traveling to Madrid to play the
Commanders,
Washington Commanders after that, and it's just like I don't know. I'm just the thing that I don't want to happen, right, is these guys that quit on Mike. I'm not to say that that's happened. Like, you can see that the guys are still playing hard for him, but the lack of execution to me is very bothersome because it's week 9. Like, you should, at this point, you got to know, like, the basic tenets.
Hold on. Let me. If your roster was healthy, it was a full team of veterans.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, Omar. I don't want to deal with that.
So
if the roster was healthy.
So Malik Washington should be ready, right?
Yes, he should have. Yes, he should be ready. Yes,
Taj Washington should be ready.
I mean, Taj Washington didn't have a catch until last night. So
that's what I'm saying. Tanner Connor should be ready.
Yes, Tanner Connor should be ready. Yes, he's been playing all season. Yes.
And Greg Dulcich should be ready.
I mean, like, he's played NFL football before. Like, he was a consistent starter.
He played NFL football, so he should be ready. Like,
he was a consistent starter as a rookie. Like, come on, bro. Like this is your chance. You and it's not like, I mean, I was trying to look up his numbers. Like, he didn't have like a terrible game, Dulcich. I mean,
no. Right, but I think there's
5 catches, 49 yards. I mean, like, that's
no. Listen, he showed that, hey, this investment is worthwhile.
Yes.
Like, let's continue to do this. There might be something there.
Yeah.
Clearly Tua was like, okay, I can work with this because
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing
You
else to
found
work
it. Yeah.
with.
So
And
that's a connection that's certainly worth nourishing. I don't like playing the if this roster was healthy game because it's not, right?
no,
It's not, and like you kind of could have predicted this, right? Like I'm not to say that I hate using the word injury prone because it kind of like these are guys that are like, you know what I'm saying, they're training every day, they're trying to get healthy, but like you look at a guy like Austin Jackson, for example, right? Like that's a guy who's had consistent injuries throughout his career, right? James Daniels, like he actually had been on the opposite
he's
side
been
of that,
healthy.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's been healthy. He's been
Till
healthy,
last year.
but
And then
till last year. But I always question signing a guy fresh off of an Achilles tear because why? He's not going to be the same player this year. He's going to be the same player maybe next year. But usually, when you are recovering from any sort of lower body injury, that first year you're usually not the same. It's going to be the next year. So I've always was like, okay, well, that's why they signed him to a 2-year deal because they weren't necessarily confident about what they're going to get from him initially.
considering what
And
those
then
guards were getting, on that market for at that price, you got a bargain in James Daniels. Unfortunately, he did not stay healthy.
Exactly. And so it's just I don't know. And then you watch Jonas Savaianaya, and after a couple good weeks of playing well, he kind of got a few plays where he got kind of killed.
He
I
was
mean, it's just
it's
I don't know what else to do, what else to because like if you're looking at the winnable games remaining on this schedule, right?
are there any?
The Saints, they play the Saints. The Saints
Oh,
and Tyler Show. Like I don't trust Tyler Show as much as he threw that weird wonky little ball that he threw at the combine.
yeah, okay, the
That's
Saints and I
that's
don't
it
know
though.
if Bengals Jets are clearly in your league. And
He said,
the
I don't think
Bengals.
the bank. First of
I
all, that
mean,
game's getting flexed. That game is not being played on no Sunday Night Football. Let's stop that cap right there. That's cap. And if they could flex the Monday night game, they would too.
I'm glad that's at home,
So,
so I'm not going to be, my travel is not going to be disrupted.
but I
Yeah,
will say this: like, even with Joe Flacco back there, they're not going to. No. God forbid Rasul is actually hurt, right? And he's actually has to miss some time. Your best corner. And now you're starting Ethan Bonner and Jack Jones out there. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Bombs away.
Hold on.
Bombs away.
Let me. Okay, yeah. Let's get into the real meat and substance of this conversation, which is the trade deadline. I have a story up on the Herald now. Basically, both pass rushers, they know what time it is. They know they're on the market. I'm pretty sure that you can get any Dolphins player, maybe with the exception of Patrick Paul and maybe Jalen Waddle, even though I really think it's a team offers a first round pick. They're going to consider trading Jalen Waddle. Devon Achane, you offer the right price.
What's the right price for Devon Achane?
A second?
Okay. Yeah.
Second?
No, it's not bad.
He's yours. But let's here's my question to you, Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a player on the Miami Dolphins team, and I'll just throw out some names. If you're Bradley Chubb, Minka Fitzpatrick, Rasul Douglas, would you want to be here or would you want to be traded?
Probably not. Probably.
Probably not.
Like,
what?
I probably wouldn't want to be here. It's kind of like the dude, Michael Carter II, the nickelback that the Eagles just traded for. Right? Like you woke up, you went to bed 1-7, woke up, what, like 5-2 or 6-2, right? Like those are the sort of in-season changes that you're gonna like, oh, thank God for, right? And so yeah, I'm definitely like, yeah, I'd be. You can tell what Rasul said a couple weeks ago after the Browns game. He said, "Man, I might give it up with this if if this continues. Like I might be done." Like, and it was like it shocked us at a second because we're like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Bro, I don't like to lose," and that's the thing. These guys are very competitive, right? And as much as the the fan base apathy might have set in, and like these guys aren't playing to win and blah blah blah. No. Those are grown men that go out there every single day, every single game day.
They're not going to go out there and put their
Yeah.
career at risk.
Yeah,
playing
no.
for a bad team trying to lose, and that's what people
Exactly.
don't realize. Like
that's what people don't
especially a guy like Rasul Douglas. Yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm like my foot hurt. I'm done. Yeah,
exactly. And to take it a step further, right? Like when you're the minute that you take your foot on the gas in any league in football, it could be pee wee, it could be high school, it could be college, and obviously at the professional level, you take your foot off the gas, you are going to get hurt, right? And so like I just don't think that guys are going, oh well, we'll just roll the balls up. No, but at the same time, like no one wants to lose this much, and if there's an opportunity to get traded to a contender, I mean, shoot, if I have
why are you
just somebody that
just voted off the island?
Just a playoff team. If I have an opportunity to get traded to a playoff team, regardless of who it is, I mean, I would jump at it.
I'll probably be like, all right.
But again, Cincinnati, that's like the office meme that floats around every now and then when it's the Stanley and the other black guy looking at each other, and it's like, yeah, like what's up, like, and because even Cincinnati at 3-5, like their outlook is better than the Dolphins, right? Like they get Joe Flacco's obviously been playing well. Maybe they get Joe Burrow back by this time, and if they stack a few wins. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. Like the way that I have no clue. I don't know. Yeah. I would hate that he would lose another, season. So I just look. I don't know where you can go anymore. And it sucks because the easy thing to do is to blame Tua, right? It's like, oh well, it like for most of the game. Like it didn't look bad. Like I just think that like there was just poor execution in the red zone, right? He was moving the ball down the field for the most part until the second half, and then it just kind of went away.
The ball, and this is where it always, and I say this all the time, when you build up enough of a lead where the Dolphins have to abandon the run game is over, done. Because without the play action deception, ball fake, look you off, have you thinking it's a run play and me throw over here, it ain't gonna work for Tua. Like you can't, and they line him up with 4 wide, and like what's he gonna do? Like not to say that he's a bad quarterback, because it's the accuracy, it's the precision passes that make him who he is. But you
kind of like Jared Goff,
huh?
Yeah. Kind of like
Jared Goff. 17 points, and they can't run the ball. Forget about it. You got 2 people to cover on that team: Waddle and Devon Achane, and
that's real. That's real, and that's real. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot more quarterbacks that have that same issue. Like when we're forced to 100% pass the ball, it's easier for a defense to key in on. So like I know Dolphins fans are like, oh, I want a Lamar Jackson, I want a Pat Mahomes. Just like, yo, like again, the conversation we had in text, like these are guys that are generational talents, right? Like, it's not easy to find these guys, right? So
but you could have found a Baker Mayfield, you could have found a Daniel Jones. Listen, and Alan Papard has said it time and time again. There are opportunities every year. Daniel Jones was sitting there staring at you, and you basically said no. Not that the Dolphins should have said yes, but every team said no. Indianapolis Colts now have the best record in the NFL. So you never know. You absolutely never know. I wasn't even a fan of the Giants quarterback in the draft.
Jackson Dart? Yeah, neither was I. Oh, Lord.
Was not a fan.
Lord, no.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he's playing as well as he's playing.
Yeah, same.
But getting back to the trade deadline, yeah, I personally think if you offer a 4th-round pick, you can get Jalen Phillips. If you offer a 5th-round pick, you can get Bradley Chubb, just because of their contract.
Okay. I was gonna say Chubb's price tag is.
You're gonna cut him anyway. Chubb took a $17 million pay cut to play for the Dolphins this year.
Damn.
Yeah. So, the way that I'm playing now, I'm probably a $7-8 million player. Are the Dolphins? Am I really going to try to re-sign with the Dolphins? Are the Dolphins really gonna? They're gonna release me or shake me down again. I would rather be on the free agent market, especially the way that I'm playing. So you get something for me now, or you cut me for nothing later. So that's the situation. Now, would I be a team out there throwing huge money at throwing huge assets to get Bradley Chubb? Probably not. But he's there if you want some pass rushing help. But at this point, who knows what's going to happen before Tuesday's trade deadlines, 4 p.m., by the way. I do think that this team is going to be chopped up and pieced apart. Maybe not by Chris Greer, but by whoever's running this organization. I don't live in denial, so I assume I know what's going to happen at the end of the season, which is everybody's getting whacked. But here's the thing about it. And people, it was funny because I'm going on Twitter and I'm seeing all these talking heads who have no real connection to the Dolphins, or these media people, or these fans who don't know how this team operates, or don't know how Steve Ross operates. They're like, "Oh, Mike McDaniel got to be fired after today." And I'm thinking to myself, "Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna happen." And here's my point: why it's not gonna happen. Your problems aren't going to get any better removing Mike McDaniel from the situation, number one. And number two, do I want my problems to get better if I'm Stephen Ross? And the NFL has already pow me for not exactly being up and up in regards to trying to win in 2019. So that was an artificial tank. Let's do this thing organically. Not that I want a quarterback or think there's some stud sitting there in the draft, but maybe I do fall in love with a quarterback, and maybe I do want to go up there and get him. It'd be better to be drafting third or fourth or second as opposed to being drafting 13th.
That's fair. I mean, that's real. That's real. My question to you as Mr. You said 18 years?
Since 2007 with one season off. Yes.
Okay. So two questions for you. Where do they go from here? Right? Like they still got a long season ahead of them, right? And as Mike McDaniel loves to say, the teams don't care about your record. If anything, they're excited to see your record because it's a stat padding day.
T-bone on that schedule.
Exactly.
Yeah. But the then it should take you lightly like the Falcons did.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, correct? It's a double-edged sword, but any coach that is worth his salt is not gonna, take this team lightly.
Oh, you can easily do that. You give a victory Monday, players coming through on Wednesday, and they're like, "Oh, these the Dolphins. I ain't gotta really study this film." Like, "Oh, these the Dolphins. I could take Thursday off, get my body right."
No.
Look, you don't think the Falcons
so
did that? Raheem Mostert,
also the Falcons.
Raheem Morris said they had a bad week of practice after the game.
But the Falcons also were without their starting quarterback and their star receiver. Like I'm gonna let's take everything with a grain of salt. So what? So where do we go from here into how do you fix this?
I don't think there's any. How do I fix this? Okay, let me change that. That sixth offensive lineman, that's my base package from this point out. Okay. I tell me what play they run that's better than the six. What package they run that's better than the six offensive line package?
I like their 21 package with Ollie and Devon back there.
But, yeah, and Devon is a slot. Yeah, that's nice too. But I can do a six offensive lineman with that, and it probably worked better. Two wide receivers out there, Malik and Waddle. With those are my best playmakers on the field. Give my quarterback protection. Defensively, young guys just got to take their lickings. And Chop Robinson suffered a concussion, so obviously he's probably might not be available for the next game. That's the history of Mike McDaniel. You suffer a concussion, you're not playing the next week. Now, the fact that this is a Thursday night game and there's additional time, that could be a variable in it. But really, my young guys, the Jason Marshall Jr., the Dante Traders, the Kenneth Grant, the Jordan Phillips. I'm puzzled why Zeke Biggers hasn't been playing. Now, obviously, it's why is Malcolm Butler playing over Zeke Biggers? Is Malcolm Butler part of this team's future? So, if there was a young linebacker, I'd tell you to play him too. That's
Jordan Colbert snaps.
Nah, he's in the first year of a transition to that position. So no, I'm not doing that. But right now you're getting to the point where players are starting to play for pride and for their future because the next regime and coach, and again, I talk like that because I don't live in a world of denial. Steve Ross cannot come back to this fan base and say, "Oh, I'm running it back again." It doesn't happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Garfield and his staff actually have to sell tickets, and they actually they froze ticket price increases, and gave the fans $250 in food credits, for season.
Please come back. Please.
Yeah, this is. I mean. It's hard. It's hard if you're a Dolphin fan.
Oh yeah, I told them a couple weeks ago after the Browns game they need to find a new hobby for a little bit, just for the rest of the season.
Check it. Yeah, my homeboy John, who is a dentist, runs Midtown Dental. Shout out if you need a dentist in the Wynwood area. He's
there. You go.
Practice. Diehard Dolphin fan. He said he texts the homies. He's like, I watched 2 plays. Dolphins, I'll check you back next year. Like I'm out. I can't do it. I cannot emotionally do it anymore.
Look, it's taxing.
Yeah, I think that's the majority of Dolphin fans at this point. You're on a nationally televised game. Everybody got access to it because everybody got Amazon Prime. And you basically saying, it's a Thursday night. You're like, nah, I'd rather read a book or watch a movie than watch my team. Protect your peace. People wonder why I block people so quickly. I'm protecting my peace. It ain't you, it's me. I'm protecting my peace. So that's where we are, and I unfortunately got to admit to Dolphin fans, it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
100%.
So protect your peace. Protect your peace. Definitely. On that note, we will be back next week, maybe Monday, unless they trade somebody this weekend. I doubt they will because NFL teams do not trade on the weekends. They trade on Monday and Tuesday. So you will have a pretty clear indication of whether this team is a buyer or seller. I highly doubt that they're buyers at this point. Also, I forgot to mention this. Mike McDaniel said everybody except for Liam Eichenberg is coming back. Yeah. So that means Liam Eichenberg is not coming to the rescue, Dolphin fans. You punching bag. He is not going to show up for you. He's had some issues, some setbacks, but they do anticipate Austin Jackson's coming back. I've seen him working on the field. James Daniels working his way back from a pectoral injury. At what point those guys get on the field, I'm assuming it's going to be after the bye. But realistically, after the bye, you got 6 games left. What are you going to do with 6 games? Well, actually, you can get to 8 wins.
And basically have the same record as last year. Hooray! Bully for you. Congratulations.
All right. Well, we will be back, Dolphins in depth, on Monday. Peace out.